Hey, Conklin. Hey, long time no see, huh?
Yeah, no, I know, it's been ages, right?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 differences between the Summer I Turned Pretty books and TV series.
There's more than one story happening here, but you seem to only care about the one where you're the main character.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments that were somehow altered when this hit young adult book trilogy was adapted for the screen. If you aren't up to date on the latest season, this is your warning that there will be spoilers. Which difference between the books and TV series threw you a curveball? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Aunt Julia. Unfortunately, not all is sunshine and beaches in Cousins Beach.
How long did you know about this and not tell me?
Jerry, this was all happening so fast, I was gonna tell you after I'd taken care of it.
And this is you taking care of it?
At the start of the second season, we learn that the beloved beach house is up for sale, and Susanna's half-sister, Aunt Julia, is the one behind it. The potential loss of the house doesn't just represent the loss of childhood, but also the loss of Conrad and Jeremiah's mom, Susanna, so soon after her passing.
I know my mom's gone, but here she's not. She picked out everything in this house. She planted every flower in the garden. This was her favorite place in the world.
Although the boy's dad, Adam, is also involved in the sale, we primarily view Aunt Julia as the antagonist of this season. But in the books, she isn't even a character.
Have to be back at work in a week. I barely got the time off as it is.
The creation of her character sends a message to viewers who think they know the story, telling us that not everything will go as we expect it to. Number 9. Laurel's career. Belly may be the main character, but there's no way we can ignore the moms when we talk about the Summer I Turned Pretty.
I'm kind of tired, so I think I might skip the movie and go to bed.
Okay, hon, yeah, sure, we can do the brownies another night.
While Susanna and Laurel's friendship was always acknowledged, the TV series delves deeper into their own lives. This is particularly true when it comes to Laurel's career as a writer.
Are you working on something new?
Always. How many copies did you guys order for tomorrow night?
I think 20?
Oh, that's not nearly enough. I've invited half the town.
While her recent publication brings her closer to Cleveland in the first season, it's her book It's Not Summer Without You, written about Susanna, that dictates her story in the second. Her grief makes it difficult to talk about her book, but through the encouragement of her kids, she's able to slowly push past her reservations.
It's okay for it to be hard for you too.
Fine. It's been hard.
We're rooting for you, Laurel. Number 8. Stephen's role in the story. For the OG book lovers, the true underdog of the TV series has to be Stephen Conklin.
Well, it's like we're invisible.
How comes the territory in a place like this? Get used to it.
I don't want to get used to it.
Belly's older brother was hardly a main character in the books. In fact, he spends very little time in Cousins Beach in the first book, leaving for a college road trip.
Are you going to Princeton? That's so cool, I couldn't tell.
Oh, you couldn't tell? You could.
We didn't get enough time to become properly acquainted with Book Stephen, but the same cannot be said for his TV counterpart. He's an integral part of the relationship between the Fisher and Conklin families, with a focus put on his friendship with Jeremiah and Conrad. In Season 2, we've come to majorly ship Stephen and Belly's best friend Taylor. Will they get together? We just have to know.
You're so corny.
Please? He really, really wants to dance with you.
Number 7. Jeremiah's sexuality. LGBTQIA+ representation is thankfully becoming more celebrated on screen, but it's still lacking. So it's nice to see a teen show like The Summer I Turned Pretty taking part in this step towards diversity and inclusion. One way this was done was by making Jeremiah Fisher, one of Belly's love interests, queer.
Hooked up with her, him, lifeguard, and the one in the blue, and the guy with the eyebrows.
The decision was made by Jenny Han, who wrote the books and created the TV series. She essentially stated that she wanted to consider how to introduce the characters she wrote over a decade ago to a modern audience.
He's still very much, figuring out who he is and, what he likes. And the characters are quite young. He's only 16. And I think this younger generation to me feels a bit more free in terms of labels.
While Jeremiah's fluid sexuality isn't a focal point in the series, it is mentioned in the first season, and we love to see it.
I think Jenny did a great job at keeping the script updated and making Jeremiah a little more, how he would be today.
Number 6, kissing.
I need you.
I don't want you to need me. I want you to want me.
I do want you.
The Summer I Turned Pretty is no stranger to kissing. Belly's smooches prove to be significant moments in the book series, especially when it comes to Jeremiah and Conrad. However, the book series keeps it pretty tame when it comes to romance. With only a few scenes and mentions of kissing, the books are generally recommended for preteens and teens aged 12 and up. The TV series, on the other hand, gets pretty steamy.
My heart's pounding.
Yeah, it's beating really fast.
We see a lot more romance between the characters, and that includes exploring sexuality. For this reason, among others, the show is rated 14+, which may come as a surprise to those who read the books and remember more innocent versions of Belly and the gang.
Oh my god! Belly?
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
Steven! You're hooking up with my brother? I swear it just happened.
Number 5, Conrad's mental health. While we love Belly, one of the advantages of bringing The Summer I Turned Pretty to screen is that we dive deeper into the stories of other characters. This is particularly true for Conrad.
This is happening, whether you say it out loud or not. Hey, Conrad, it's not on you. Okay?
During the first season, it's clear to see that he's going through a lot. He knows his mom is dealing with cancer, and as we later learn, he also learned his dad had an affair. But he keeps all this to himself for the longest time.
It sucks that you had to carry that secret for so long.
Yeah, it's just exhausting. I couldn't turn my brain off.
This leads him to have panic attacks, which worsen in the second season after Susanna's death. It's easier to empathize with him when we see everything he's going through in ways we couldn't always in the books.
So you want to tell me what got you all worked up, or just be bros and pretend this never happened?
Number 4, Taylor. Hands up if you love Taylor as much as we do. Belly's sassy best friend from home has become a fan favorite in this teen drama, but in the books, Taylor isn't quite the same lovable character we've come to know. She can often be judgmental and mean, particularly when it comes to Belly's summers in Cousins.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of hearing about this Deb Ball. I don't even know who you are anymore.
Typically, Taylor doesn't see much of the action. That totally changes in the TV series, where she becomes an integral character in the plot.
Why? I thought you hated Cousins.
No, I don't hate Cousins. I hate annoying rich people who leave me naked in the woods. But, I mean, there's no way that I'm just gonna stay here while you guys are all together in Cousins.
We see her tagging along in Season 2 shenanigans, and even having a bit of romantic tension with Belly's brother Steven. The show definitely wouldn't be the same without Taylor, and we can't wait to see how it plays out.
All right.
Yeah, stop. Come on, ow.
I don't know about you guys,
Oh, I want this one.
but I feel the need. The need for speed! Let's go!
Number 3, Belly's first time. Whether on page or on screen, The Summer I Turned Pretty has always been a coming-of-age story. The book follows Belly through many of her firsts. Her first love, first kiss, and even first heartbreak.
Belly.
Don't say anything!
Belly, don't leave it like this.
You were the one leaving like.
One first that isn't covered in the books, however, is her first time. The same can't be said for the series, which depicts Belly's first time being intimate in a Season 2 flashback.
I hope you know I didn't bring you here just for this.
Oh, I know.
We don't have to do anything.
No. I want to. I wanted to be with you.
In the book, Belly and Conrad's romantic winter evening in Cousins is way more PG. The fireplace scene between the pair in the show is an intimate and honest depiction of teen love, and adds even more emotional weight to Belly and Conrad's relationship.
Conrad. There's only you. There's only ever been you.
Number 2, diversity. One change that we can all get behind was the decision to create a more diverse cast of characters on screen than we had in the books.
So please introduce yourselves.
Hey, little sis.
While Belly's race was never really disclosed in the trilogy, she was depicted as a white teenager on the original covers. When it was time to bring Belly on screen, Lola Tung was cast, and the character became Asian American.
Laura. You have always been lovely, but oh, honey, look at you.
This wasn't the only change, but it's a big one that speaks to the show's commitment to telling its story in a more representative way. Overall, it has a fairly wide range of diversity that both lends to the authenticity of the story and showcases some amazing talent along the way.
Back me up.
Hey, Connie, catch.
Yes. No, I guess I agree.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Debutante Ball. If there's one defining episode of the first season, it's the finale.
Are you ready for your big day? Not at all. Oh, yes, you are.
The tensions building between characters all threaten to implode as they come together for the debutante ball. Susanna really wants to see Belly as a deb, which we later find out is partly tied to her cancer recurrence. And Belly obliges despite initially being a bit apprehensive.
Doesn't seem very you.
It's not.
Conrad, could you please be a little more supportive?
Fans of the TV series may be surprised to learn that the debutante ball wasn't in the books at all. Instead, big moments happen at different points of the plot. And without this change, we would have never gotten that intense slow dance between Belly and Conrad.
Thank you.
I think I messed up some of those steps.
You were great.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.